What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today is it's what's the day? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Okay, it's Tuesday. Let me share the show. Everybody, I'm trying to see, am I too close to the screen? Hold on, y'all, hold on. Am I look too close to the screen? I'm trying to get it right. Uh, ain't nobody on yet anyway, good. Let me share this show right quick. Let me go to my Facebook and, oh, there it is right there. It popped up there. I'm gonna share it and share it with my friends. Wonder who gonna be the first person to pop up on my screen today. Um, did I share with my groups? Did I? Yeah. Let's share with groups. Share with groups. That is Moody is in the building. I'm trying to see who coming behind Thaddeus Moody. Thaddeus Moody is the man right now in the clubhouse. Let's see who comes behind old Mr. Thad. Let me see. Let me go to my YouTube. Dad, it's gonna be good today, Dad. I got something. I got something for you, Dad. I might have something for you, Dad. That Brad Kimball is number 2 today, man. Who gonna be the next person? Who gonna be the next person? They're just popping up on my screen. You might have got up in another thing, but I'm talking about pop up on my screen right here. Let's go. Let me share it with everything. Let me see who's gonna be. And I know y'all coming in. I know I start on time. Y'all know you know. I be trying. The only time I don't start exactly is 12 is something is going on with the you know with signing on. That's the only reason that I wouldn't. I'm ready for y'all today. Let me see. I'm gonna repost that. I think I got everybody. Let me get out of there and go back to my regular scheduled program. Daryl Anderson. That's my third dude uh uh I'm just sitting here looking uh grandma, which is, oh, the boy had 2 pounds of dope in his residence. He had 2 pounds. 08 and Holloway had Lakers look good. Lakers look good, Chris. Charles. The Lakers looking good. LeBron to stop whining and crying and start playing. Police said they found 964 grams of marijuana, which is about 2.1 pounds in the residence of Alabama star Aiden Holloway per document. He told him he only smokes. He don't sell this stuff, but I smoke. But I look at it, man. He looks so innocent to be getting high as hell around there. I didn't even want to put his picture on the screen out of respect for him. But you know, Daryl Anson, this little boy getting ready to play. You know what, Leah? I thought it over. Hold on, let me text. Let me text. Uh, 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 wait a minute, y'all. Uh, I was just thinking about share the show, everybody, so we can get this thing cranked up. Let's get this thing cranked up. Okay. Uh, did I share with everybody? I think I did. Uh, little boy said, I just only smokes. I kind of like him now. He looks so innocent, man. Uh, there's somebody said 2 completely unrelated suspicion closing. Okay. Where you get the weed from? I'm talking about Aiden Holloway, a star guard, a 17-point per game guard. at Alabama. They getting ready to go into the NCAA tournament on this weekend, and on Monday they arrest this boy, man. They know that boy been having all that weed, or did he had just picked it up and it was following the other guy who was selling it. I don't know, but I wish y'all share the show for me. Uh, why did they search the kid's house? Uh, so hold up, somebody, hold up, y'all, hold up, y'all. Y'all share the show, y'all. Let me share it again. Come on, y'all playing around. Maybe if I share it again. Let me see. Let's see. Let's share it again. I ain't gonna lie. When the little boy came out there and said he only smokes, and he came and talked to me right, I might let him play too. You know, and I was on him yesterday. You said they're allowing him. Where did you get this information from, Thaddeus Moody? Thaddeus Moody put this up on the screen, y'all. I want to know where he got the information from. Did they have a warrant? What happened? Somebody said, how do they know to look in his apartment? So did they have a warrant? By the way, West Alabama is notorious. Oh, Alabama's is notoriously corrupt. Last I heard, they were shut down. When I was at Bama, they would raise small-time weed dealers, then pocket all the cash. Then somebody said it's very suspicious. Like 60% of convictions under arrest they made were overturned. They robbed one of my fraternity brothers, just emptied his safe because he had some weed and said it was from the dealer. Huh. 2 sources. What sources were they? What were your sources? What were the 2 sources? I'm just curious. It's sources you can't name? You know, I'm trying to. Oh, I forgot to put this on the screen. God dang it! I'm gonna do it now while we talking. I forgot to put this on the screen. Hold on. I forgot, man. This man here kind of had me in a little tears. Y'all, I'm serious. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I had so much stuff to do. I didn't load everything that I was supposed to load today. So charge it to my head, not my heart. I meant it. I meant to talk about it. Nah. Okay, I got it. I got it. I mean, I just want to know your sources, cause when you mention it on here, these Thaddeus Moody sources, not my sources. I don't know if they're gonna let him play or not. I have not. Nobody has told me on a that's on Thaddeus Moody. I'm gonna put that one on him, and it might be right. I don't know, but no source has told me, Robert, and Thaddeus Moody trying to find his sources right now because he know we don't play that on. Let's see what these people talking about. I'll just table that to later. Kurt Willis, it's gonna be crazy today, man. I got so much stuff to talk about today. I should have put a cough. I need my cough drops, but I got to talk 2 hours without it. So y'all be careful. Y'all be careful. I'm trying to see. Nobody sent me nothing. Nobody sent me nothing yet. I'm just trying to find it out. Nobody sent me nothing. Let's see. I said, what's your sources? Let's see. He told him he only smokes. Uh, what's up? What's up, Eric Harrison? Eric Harrison, I might let the boy, Eric Harrison. You know how you go to sleep on something, and I come back, Eric, and man, little old Aiden Holloway, man. I might let him play. I might let him play. I don't know, cause it's just some weed. He had a lot of it, but he said he smoked. He smoked a lot, and he like, you know, he like go to Costco. He don't like to go to the regular store. He go buy in bulk. It's cheaper. It's economically economically. He probably learned that in economics class. Aiden Holloway's status is let me see, status a little while ago. Let me see if anybody. I just want to know. Thaddeus Moody said he heard from some sources. I'm just trying to figure it out, man. At first, I'm serious, y'all. I didn't want him. I was saying, man, how you get caught up like that? But I looked at the little dude. I kind of like him. He told him, man, I only smoke. I ain't selling nothing out here. I ain't got no guns. I ain't got no paraphernalia. I'm smoking around this joint. I ain't got no scales. I'm just smoking. Somebody said they was just at Alabama's practice facility, and the tension was insane. This was yesterday. This was last night. He said Nate Oates didn't even look at him. Aiden was shooting threes like nothing happened, while the whole team looked disgusted. It isn't just a mistake. The locker room, this somebody's writing, is officially divided right now before the tournament. This was somebody said. I'm not sure. Did Brandon Miller get in trouble around the same time and it wasn't way before the tournament? Mr. D1 Hornets, do me a favor and go and look up the Brandon Miller situation, because evidently you don't know it, and then come back and make a comment again. Brandon Miller was not arrested. The other guy got in trouble, who they said he brought him the gun with. The car he drove had the gun in it. It wasn't the same situation. Go back and look it up. And I understand I want you to do me a favor, go look it up, and you check the timeline, and then you let us know. Okay? Let us know. Brandon Weefall. I changed my mind, Brandon Weefall. I'm thinking about letting Aiden Holloway play. That's old Robert Hatter. I'm just a softy. I told y'all I talk a lot of stuff, but I'm really, I looked at the little kid, man. He got the baby face assassin. I just looked at him and I said, no, he ain't. No, let him play. Let him smoke. They smoking anyway. All of them smoking. It's hard pressed. Go look it up. D1 Hornets. Do me a favor. Go look it up right quick, because I want to know. Help us out a little bit. But I can't believe I'm changing my mind. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Miss Leah said, let him play. I thought about it. I thought about it. See, y'all, I'm a man that I think. I don't just, well, that's my opinion. You know how y'all do me. Well, Robert, that's my opinion. I don't care what you say. When I'm presented with new facts and I change. No, yeah, it's three sides to every story, but you got caught. You got arrested and the weed was in your apartment. Ain't no side to the story to that one. And the little boy came out and said, Leah, I smoke. when he said that, he said, man, I smoke. I ain't trying to sell this stuff. I smoke. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, these dudes smoking on these college campuses. If you think your son ain't smoking, he's smoking. Now you have some guys that just don't want to get high, and that's cool. But they smoking. Well, let's not go talking about smoking in the NBA. We're going too far. We talking about college right now. We talking about high school. Um, but I read something, and I don't know if this dude lying. He's wait a minute. Let me see who he is. He just I don't know who he is. He might be a bull crapper. I ain't gonna even repeat it no more. He might have been lying. But I'm just they ain't ain't nobody update. But that is Moody. Give us that is Moody. But under Nate Oates now, excuse me. Under Nate Oates, Brandon Miller, they said delivers a murder weapon to Darius Miles in 2023. Darius Miles is guilty of capital murder in 23. Aiden Holloway arrested for carrying a pound of marijuana right before the tournament. They had to commit Jaquan Walton. I remember him. He was arrested on gun and drug charges in 2023. Nate Oates shoves a Missouri player during a game in 2024. Nate Oates signs and plays Charles Bidako despite being ineligible after signing a professional two-way contract. Then people really don't talk enough about how terrible of a reputation Nate Oates has created for himself and his team at Alabama. 4 players have been involved in criminal offenses since 2023. Nate Oates put his hands on an opponent's player. I want to pull that up. And he tried to illegally add a professional basketball player onto his team mid-season. Hatter, when you walk on campus, you smell weed all day. So let me Nate Oates. Let me. Can I look that up for us? Nate Oates. Pushes. Missouri player. Let me see. Can I find something on that? Let me see. Can I find something on that? Hold on. Let me see. Let me look. Am I on? Yeah. Let me see. Nate Oates. Let me go. Hold up. Let me just go. Let me just go. Let me just go to Nate be tripping, you say. Okay, I'm just, I'm looking at the coach. You gotta understand, we got to look at the leadership. Nate Oates, Missouri player. Okay. All right, let's see. Nate Oates shoves. Hold on, let me look at it. They got a video. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Oh, yeah, he's out of pocket. I slap. Oh, yeah, I'm finna show that. I'm finna find that one. For y'all. Hold up. Let me get that one for y'all. Y'all Google it yourself. Y'all Google it. I ain't like that, man. Hold on. I don't like that. I don't like that one. Let me see, can I find it? Oh, here it is. I got it. I'm finished. Yo, hold up, y'all. I didn't mean to talk about this. I got so much stuff to talk about it, but y'all always send me. Y'all always send me. That Leah sent me. Leah, you done sent me today. Hey, y'all leave that boy alone. Hold up. Y'all got me. The little dude that got caught with a pound, 2 pounds of weed. Not 1 pound, Leah. The man had 2.1 pounds of Leah. And that's a lot of weed, man. Hey, what my weed smoker? How long it take y'all to smoke that? What my weeders? Hold up. Hold up. This dude was straight out of pocket. Old Nate Oak was straight out of pocket, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Let me name it right quick. Nate Oak pushes. Hold up, y'all. I got to name it because I got so many files. Hold up. Nate Oaks. I want to talk to y'all. Pushes. Player. Oh, I got that. I got it in my archives now. So now I can just sum it up. Y'all, Leah, you started some girl. But I love it. Doug, stay there, Doug. Doug, stay right there. Cause I'm going there, Dougie. Let me make sure I Todd Doe golden little old freaky butt. Messing with them little girls on campus. Yep. Okay. We're gonna go there. Doug, I got you, baby. I got you. But Doug, I'm gonna show it now. Team number one. Hold on. Look at Doug. Hold on, Doug. I got to put that in big letters, Doug. Hold on. I can't get you like you can't get away like that. I got to put that in big. You said first team all butthole. Sean Miller, Nate Oates, Dan Oates, Bitcoin. Absolutely. But they're winning. And people are sending their kids to them, Doug. Watch this. Doug, I'm finna show it to you, Doug. Y'all need to share this. This is about to get good. Y'all, Doug, you picked a good show today. Doug, watch this now. Watch this. Doug, I'm gonna need your help. Doug, I need everybody in the summer basketball community today. Today.
Whoa, a little bit extra. And then now Nate Oates pushing Shaw back. Whoa, a little bit extra. And then now Nate Oates pushing Shaw back. Whoa, a little bit extra.
Why you put your hand on somebody else's player, man? Y'all got to help me now.
And then now Nate Oates pushing Shaw back.
I'm showing it again. That ain't nothing to laugh at.
And then now Nate Oates pushing Shaw back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason I got quiet on this one, it's a reason. It hit home to me. Okay? It hit home to me. And I'm going to tell you why. My son had a heated rivalry with a team here in high school. He used to tear their ass up. every time he played him. Wasn't no doubt about it. In this particular game, my son walked over to talk to his coach. You know, somebody shooting free throws, how the point guard go over and talk to your coach. The other team, because the little boy done told, whoever the player was, been told to follow him everywhere he go. The young man from the other team followed my son all the way to where he was talking to the coach. Nothing happened. The boy came right there. Am I painting the picture good? Somebody shooting free throws. Coach called his point guard over, who happened to be my son, came over and was talking to his coach. The other player went over right there next to him because I guess he was told to follow Robert everywhere he go. I'm sure that's what it was because the players now tell me what happened. So, they grown now. So they go next time, for somebody else at the free throw line, this point guard goes over to talk to the other teams, his coach. So Robert said, okay, he did me like that. I'm going to go do him like that. I'm going to go stand over there next to him. But this coach of this team called, I didn't see it. I never seen it. I'd never seen it because my back was turned, and thank God my back was turned. Okay? I was talking. Somebody was talking. That's why I don't like to be around people because I got to pay attention to the game. So somehow the coach got in between his player and Robert and kind of pushed Robert back a little bit, and Robert pushed it. I didn't see it. But what if Robert had a swung on him and jacked the coach? All of y'all would have said, no matter what, he should have never hit a coach. He shouldn't have hit your coach as an official. The coach, just thank God he did. And I didn't see it. So what happened, my son was telling me, he was on the floor and the game is crowded. Tell me, did you see what just happened? I said, what? And he called the coach's name out, but the coach got a name of the same of a player that's on the floor. So I'm thinking him and a player guy. I don't know what happened. I didn't see it because the people in my section, but he came and told me after the game. Oh, I waited out in the car. Right where the coach come out. Dude, you got to come out here and explain this to me. Because you could have messed my son's college career up. If he'd have swung and hit you in your mouth, ain't no way in the world he could have went to Cornell. But sometimes these coaches be so caught up in trying to win a damn basketball game. You don't do that. It could have easily turned bad. Thank God my daughter wasn't there. She would have came out the stands and got arrested. I know her. Me too. But I didn't see it. But I had to wait. What the hell wrong with y'all? Think y'all can put your hands on somebody else's son? Nate Oates. So yes, it's personal to me. That's why I got quiet in the beginning. Because I had to decide whether I was going to tell y'all this story or not. Could have messed, if he got hit, if he go to whooping that coach's ass, y'all would have found him at fault, not the coach. That's just the way the general public is. There's some people going to take up for Nate Oates, but you can't take up for that. Thank God that little boy had restraint. Because the little boy would have been the coach. Y'all, we done forgot about this about Nate Oak. If that would have been that boy, that would have carried him for the rest of his life. Brandon, I know you would have. Brandon, I promise you, I was so mad at myself because I wasn't there for my son. He was saying, he said, "Did you see what happened?" I said, "What happened?" And I had to wait till the damn whole game was over with before I found out what happened. Man, I wanted to whoop this man so bad. But his apologies were sincere. Now, my son never forgave me. Ever. 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 But me, I ain't forget. I forgave, but I didn't forget. I just don't understand how y'all get so caught up. And I'm speaking to the next generation. If you're a coach, don't be so caught up in a game that you want to get in between other players and play. Now, if you breaking up a fight, yes. Your little old snotty nose ass player came down there and did the same thing that he did to you, and you want to get in between them? No. So when I think about that and how we started this off, we was talking about Aiden Holloway. Share the show, ladies and gentlemen. We was talking about Aiden Holloway and it's a lot of questions can be asked. Did they target him? Were they targeting the guy who? How did they know he had 2 pounds in there? How did they know? Were was they following the guy who he bought it from? I mean, how did they know? And the little boy, little old baby face, little old boy, just he said, "Man, I just smoke. I smoke a lot." What did he say? Hold up, y'all. I got to go back and find it. He just said, I feel bad for him. Aiden Holloway, man, I feel bad, y'all, for this kid. He told him, he said, "I only smokes." That's a lot, Doug. But I talked to some weed smokers last night, Doug. Doug, they said they put a lot in these blunts now, Doug. Doug, they ain't rolling joints no more, them little bit of jug that Doug. And he ain't smoking by himself. He just, I mean, when they have parties. Hold on, let me read some of the stuff they said in what's this? The Alabama. What's the name of Alabama paper? Hold up, the Alabama. What's the name? Hold up, come on, y'all, don't do it like that. Alabama. Whatever they newspaper. They didn't give me Alabama Ledger. Whatever. That is Moody shit, no. But it's he said police found over 2 pounds, Doug, not one. Drug agents were serving a search warrant. Oh, they were serving a search warrant. They said they found loose marijuana, a vacuum sealed bag of marijuana, a rolling tray, and packaging material according to the deposition and the charge sheet obtained by the Alabama.com. Alabama Ledger, I guess that's the name of the Hollywood stated that he wanted to remain silent, but that he only smokes. An agent from the West Alabama Task Force, he wrote that in the records. The young man was arrested on Monday in charge of first degree possession of marijuana. And Nate Oates said we're preparing to play without him. But that is Moody said he got 2 sources that said he gonna play, but he won't tell us the sources. Okay, good. All right, thank you. He said, "I'm not gonna say how I know," but that's a lot. Hey man, I'm gonna let him play. I done changed my mind overnight, Paul. Man, because when I think about, y'all got to understand how to talk to people all over the country last night. And when I find out how every one of these guys smoking, you know, I mean, when, can you imagine? I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. See, I got restraint. Can you imagine the NCAA right now around the country? Everybody, they smoking. But let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me talk about the NCAA a little bit. Doug, is it me? Doug, watch this, Doug. Doug, give me somebody. King Six, give me somebody. Paul Miranda, give me somebody. Let me see who else. Brandon Wheatfall, give me somebody. Eric Boone, the Erics, give me somebody. I want to know which guard is going to go on a Kemba Walker type run for these next 6 games. Which guard? Because it's going to be a guard. Duh. I bet you it's a whole lot of other players said, man, I'm glad they didn't come to my crib. I had 3 pounds. Man, I didn't come. Them dudes out there on the West Coast, man, I had 5 pounds. I like that, Doug. I like that. Doug, that's the obvious choice. We didn't know Kemba. Give me somebody. We didn't know Kemba was going to go. Darius Akoff is too obvious. That's too obvious. Give me somebody more than that. And I know I asked y'all. I want to see, y'all, we didn't expect for Kemba to go on that run like that. Give me somebody like that. Kemba was playing, but we didn't expect for this little, man, Kemba this damn tall. Give me somebody else. Darius Akoff that's too easy. Y'all, come on, man. Come on, y'all. Man, I got to add context to every answer now. He's expected to. He's the player of the year and the freshman of the year. He's expected to. Give me somebody else. Everybody looking for Akoff. Who? Give me somebody else. Is it anybody else? Or y'all just ain't studied this stuff enough? Tyler Tanner from Vanderbilt. He said, my man from Vanderbilt are his court mate. What his name? Miles. No, yeah, Miles, I think. Michael Brown, if he healthy. Patterson, no. Man, Paul Morales. That's too easy, yeah. Let's see. Tyler Tanner, okay. Darius is the only one that can do that. He has it all. I don't believe no one else can do. I like that. See, now, Stacy been on 2 days in a row. He must like something. Anderson, that's a good one. Anderson is a good one, but he's a little Duke Miles. That's his name, Duke Miles. I want to know. And y'all got to remember now, Akoff ain't finna play against SEC foes no more. He finna play outside the SEC now. But that's a good one. I like the way y'all think. Because everybody thinks Kingston Flemings. Thank you. It's another one. Because they done adjusted the Kingstons a little bit. Because they know can't nobody else do nothing. Hey, y'all, I'm nervous about U of H right now. Wagner, Illinois. Okay, I like that one. Donovan Dent. I like that one. I like that one, Doug. Doug, I talked to you. You probably weren't on the show. Doug, I can go back and tell y'all, I talked about that boy. He was one of my, before the season started, he was one of my unsung heroes this year. Braden Burrows. Oh, Burries. Good one, Thaddeus Moody. Thaddeus Moody, we're still waiting on you to give us your sources. Thaddeus Moody said they're going to let Aiden Holloway play. So if they don't let him play, you're going to say, well, my sources was wrong. But I like this. I like this. I like this, y'all. But Doug. The first four tonight, right? You got University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Can flat out hoop. Y'all ever played against some guys in Baltimore? Flat out hoop. They gonna go against Howard. Howard coach had a touching video yesterday, and I got to play for y'all. I'm gonna play for y'all in a minute. Let me play that first because this next two teams I'm gonna talk about tonight, I'm not gonna be that nice. But watch this, y'all. I want y'all to take a look at this. It's kind of got me a little bit. Share the show. Cause y'all, I'm going somewhere, Doug. Watch this.
Hi, Coach KB. Harmony Bailey for Howard University. So I know how important culture is to you from your high school days at DeMatha Catholic to being a part of 2 national championships at Duke. So my question is, how has what has been poured into you translated over to you coaching and coming to March Madness 3 times at Howard?
That's a wonderful question. Being at DeMatha and being at Duke, you don't see the culture as it's being built. You get in the back of the line and you do what the older guys are doing in front of you. So I didn't understand how to build culture. I understood how to follow culture. And there's a huge difference. I had to learn how to build a culture. And that took some time, and thankfully, my man over here, Mr. Davis, was great. It was great. I mean, I don't know how many games we won our first year, 4 or 5. Our next year, we were 1 and whatever before COVID, and we had to shut the season down. But, he was nurturing, he was loving, he was tough when he needed to be, but he was right by my side as a partner.
He was talking about Mr. Davis, athletic director at Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never been close to some of these guys, these black college coaches, I happen to be close to several of them, super close to 2 of them. And I know the pain that they don't let y'all see. And you can tell he's been through something. And we are so easy. That's why I keep telling y'all to hold off on them black coaches. Don't be glad when they get fired. Don't be glad when Coach Stan get fired. No, these guys go through stuff that them other guys don't have to go through. But he had a man that believed in him. Share this show, man, because this about to get. He had somebody that believed in him and said, man, I'm going to get on you when you're tough. You got to do this. You got to do this. 2 years in a row, he's in the tournament. I got to cheer for that. Corey, Darrell Barnes, under what pretense do you have to make a statement like that? What evidence do you have that you telling me that Byron Smith went under pressure all year this year? He was 1 game of losing from people saying he's getting fired. And you telling me alumni at HBCU don't put pressure on ADs to fire their coaches like the PWIs? What are you talking about? See, when you go to these PWIs like Texas Tech, sit this one out. If you ain't never been in the inner workings of a HBCU, sit it out. Sit it out. Don't come on here with your pious Byron Rim. Don't you come on here with your pious alumni at the HBCUs that put much pressure on these 80s to fire coaches. You know that's not true. It's not true, man. I know. Coach Hughley, who's on our staff, TSU staff right now, they fired him at Alabama A&M last year. He was under pressure all year. I went down to Alabama A&M last year, and I'm in the alumni room, and he talking to the alumni, and all of them around there, they were listening to him. As soon as he walked out, man, we getting rid of him. I just happened to be in the room that day. So don't tell me when you don't have the information. You could have asked a question. Said, do the alumni at HBCUs put pressure on them? That's a question you should ask. Because I know Byron Smith was coaching for his life. That man I just showed you was been coaching. Some things happened. The man had tears in his eyes, and you come up there talking about the alumni. What? Them Howard alumni? Kamala Harris and all them folks? Man, you got to get back in touch. You got to stay on the Chop Shop every day. You're getting out of touch. Man, Byron was under more pressure than anyone in the country. Oh, you talking about Byron? Yes. Look, Doug said we were on his behind. Doug is an alumni from an HBCU, and this is what he said. This refute what you said. Watch, I'm gonna put them both up there. That refutes what you said. No, it's different. It's different. It's a different pressure. And you just don't understand it. Because you started talking about millionaire billionaire. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about that. But thank you, Doug. Thank you, Doug. That's an alumni from an HBCU. And if I was to pick up the phone and call my daughter, she said, Dad, I don't even know who the coach is. I don't even know who the coach is at TSU. But Kenny Blakely, man, I mean, he's been on this show. That man right there has been on this show. And when he even won, because you remember he got what's the big boy he got that was the top player and he went to Howard? Somebody can get it from Jameson Morrow. What's the big what's the big guy's name? And it didn't pan out. The COVID and all that kind of stuff, it just didn't pan out for him. Man, them folks wanted to have that man head up there. And he had to go through that. People saying, well, man, if that boy hadn't never went to Howard, he would have been in the NBA. No, he wouldn't have. But y'all, we our own worst enemies. And I keep trying to do that. That's why I don't let y'all just tear each other down on this platform. But let me keep going. Yeah, the maker, Makur Maker. Thank you. But no, that wasn't Thon Maker. It was Makur Maker. Thank you. But then that's UMBC versus Howard tonight. Prairie View play tomorrow. We'll talk about that a little later. It's not Thon Maker. It's not Thon Maker. It's not Thon Maker. It's Makur Maker. Thank you. See, y'all putting that bad dope. Y'all putting that bad dope on the screen. It's Makur. But let me keep going. But when I see Texas and North Carolina State playing in this NCAA tournament. And I see Lamont Evans, Book Richardson, Merrill Code have their careers halted while these guys that benefited the most are still able to go sign multi-million-dollar contracts. And by the way, at that great university over there on 3100 Cleburne, Texas Southern University, we got Kevin Allen, Miss Carter, and Chris LeBlanc are watching. Probably they're watching from the fueling station. Ladies and gentlemen, if you never had a chance, go to athletic website and try to find a fueling station. That's the place where we fuel our student athletes in between classes, in between situations. Like they can't get to the lunchroom at this point because they practicing, they doing workouts or whatever. The fueling station that was founded and engineered by Kevin Granger. And that's going to be one of his forever legacies to me, because he thought about those young kids and said, look, I want to have a place. And then he put his right-hand man in control of, and Kevin run that thing like it's Kevin Allen, run that thing like it's a Fortune 500 country. To fuel this station, always have fuel for our young people. And guess what? And they always open for you to be able to donate to the fueling station. If you really want to, email me at chopshophtx@gmail.com and I'll tell you how to get to it. Okay? All right. So, but I was thinking about, ladies and gentlemen, because the other game tonight is University of Texas, Sean Miller, and North Carolina State. Okay? With Will Wade. And it troubles me. It troubles me that these two coaches were caught in the same scandals and benefited more than these assistant coaches. But these assistant coaches cannot get a job no more. Merrill Code, they want to send these guys to jail. Sending everybody to jail for something that's now, you can pay a player now. And I'm sitting here, got to watch this stuff tonight, and Lamont Evans, who's a great friend of mine, Book Richardson, who's been on this show, these guys can't work. But these two guys here, the head coaches, were caught on tape. But they still allowed to coach. So, hey, what's my favorite word? My partner said, make it make sense to me, somebody. Chuck Person, you're right, as well. Chuck Person was doing the dirty work for Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl, guess what? That same Bruce Pearl, right? Rotten-ass Bruce Pearl, who's going to go to Congress and we ain't going to vote for him, but he's going to try to go to Congress and do the same thing that Tommy Tuberville is doing, to vote against everything that got anything to do with people look like me and Mr. LeBlanc and Kevin Allen. But I'm sitting there, Bruce Pearl, who waited to the last moment to quit, because he was getting pressure, because he wanted to talk, he wanted to get in politics so he can do his dirty work But he know he wasn't gonna be able to do it there at all Auburn because the black players, some of them black players, wasn't gonna come there no more. So he left it at the last minute to his son. They couldn't get nobody to coach. So he left it to his non-coaching ass son, who did not make the playoffs with that big old payroll he got. How about that? How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Will Wade, Sean Miller, but this dude, what's his name? Franz Fischella, talking about he had discussions with the NBA, with the NCAA about Book Richardson. And it's really time to free this man. His penalty is very, very, very unfair. It's unfair that Richardson went to prison and is essentially banned from the game when the man who ran the operation, who sent him to do it, was rewarded 2 multi-million-dollar contracts to continue his own career without interruption. And I had to explain that and add some context because there's some people, Miss Carter, you might know and you might not know. I'm adding context so you don't think I'm just unfair. These 2 coaches playing tonight. The guy that worked for one of them. He went to prison for doing the bidding of the coach. But the coach ain't did a day, ain't stopped getting no money. I wonder his Miller has spoken to the NCAA about Book Richardson. My question, ladies and gentlemen, is how did this ever become a priority for the federal government? Because a couple of years later, players are making millions. And all they were, and Miss Carter, guess what? They were caught trying to give players some money. That's what Book Richardson was. All his crime was giving players money. Lamont Evans giving players money. Now, Miss Carter, it's unbelievable. It was like the last pot bus before the legalization. Hold on. You got busted for pot on Monday. They legalized it on Wednesday. But you still in jail. Former Arizona coach Book Richardson, he take over as head coach of he took over a St. James Performance Academy in Virginia. This dude is, y'all just make it make sense. If somebody make it make sense to me. Will Wade, Sean Miller, Rick Pitino, to keep coaching while former Arizona assistant Book Richards can no longer afford health insurance? This is the system as it is designed to work. The presidents, the ADs, the commissioners who run the NCAA refuse to crack down on the name brands that fuel their multi-billion-dollar TV contracts. Ladies and gentlemen, when the FBI scandal broke, these power brokers set up a supposedly acceptable resolution process to keep themselves in charge. Kansas, Bill Self, guilty. But they still up here. All these dudes in the. I mean, if y'all ain't mad at it, I ain't mad at it either. I'm not gonna sit up here and just keep talking about it, and ain't nobody talking about it. Corey Barker. I didn't know he coached he coaching a team. Okay. He coaching a EYBL a scholastic team. I didn't know that, Corey Barker. Shout out to Corey. He got in trouble. But what I do want y'all to look for when y'all in these NCAA things and watching this stuff is just do me a favor. I know when you're filling out your bracket, look for styles, unique styles of play, and coaches matter in this thing. And I ain't saying the coaches coaches just make one or two adjustments a game. I mean, perfect example last night. I'm gonna switch over, then I'm gonna switch back. But last night, because I was talking about coaching last night, not to say JJ Redick outcoached Emmy last night, but he did something, y'all, because first of all, Tari Eason is terrible. I don't know why he should be in Rio Grande Valley somewhere on a G League team. He just can't play. He just can't play. He just can't play from here up. Can't play. The Rockets had 9 turnovers in the fourth quarter last night. And Durant, watch this. Durant was killing the Lakers in the first half. They couldn't do nothing with it. What does Redick do late game? He started blitzing and double teaming Kevin Durant as he came across half court. Watch this. And Durant wilted. Listen, y'all, I've never, ever seen a top 15 superstar player in NBA history have an 8-second violation bringing the ball up the court because he was nervous about the double team was about to get to him. And a few possessions after that, he had an over and back because he stepped on the line. And a possession after that, he elbowed and pushed Austin Reeves off and got an offensive foul called on him. Kevin Durant was so uncertain last night. He was rattled last night, man. But the coaching, that's the one adjustment he made. He said, let's make a man Thompson, bless his little heart, them that they can't give, you can't shoot, you can't play this game. Wait a minute. Somebody said Corey is good to go back to college basketball, but he did a 5-year, he had to do a 5. Corey Barker had to pause his life for 5 years. Somebody just sent me that because they heard me talking about it. He had to pause his life for 5 years. The things that he loved to do, the thing that he was great at, he couldn't do it. But Sean Miller and Will Wade and Bill Self and all of these guys who he was working for, ain't nothing happening to them. Y'all, I'm finna put it, y'all, it was just the black coaches. Name me the one white assistant coaches that went to jail. Name me the one white assistant coach that went to jail. But I didn't mean it. I didn't want to. I didn't want to go there. I didn't mean to go there, y'all. You know how I just switch up and do things. But this tournament and got to me. This NCAA tournament. Hold up, y'all. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really excited. I'm serious. And I was just thinking about this, right? Trying to see where I want to go with it first. Because I want to talk about the women, NCAA. I want to talk about some players to watch Y'all better watch Cal Baptist. Watch them. Watch them. They got a little dude named about 5'10", named Dominique Daniels Jr. Has had a fun offensive output during his senior year. He got the ultimately green light. He averaging 23 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, while shooting 44 from the field and 35 minutes a game. He got a clear case to be the most explosive guard. He might not play but one game in NCAA the NCAA tournament this week. He averaged 32 points a game. Just look for him. Dominique Daniels. Look for him. I'm just giving y'all some stuff. Let me see. I had something else. I got a whole bunch of important facts. Who filling out? Let me know if you're filling out a bracket. I got a whole bunch of important facts for you to know when you're filling out your bracket. I got some stuff for you. Who all filling out brackets? This for my bracket people. I'm gonna talk about team trends. Okay, historical statistics, historical data, roster builds, and game locations and injuries. All right, so pay attention to this. I know you be knocking your name brands, but pay attention. Okay, in the last 5 games, the best teams in the whole NCAA have been Iowa State, Arizona, Duke, Ohio State, and UCLA. You got to watch St. Louis too. Watch them. But I'm just telling you, in the last 5 games, let me give you another one. Nebraska, they're in the tournament. They are 1-6 in their last 7 games versus teams that are what? In the tournament. All right? Illinois, who somebody mentioned earlier, talking about Keegan Wagner, has been a current tournament since hasn't beaten a current tournament team. They ain't beat a person in this tournament since February 1st. And they have lost 5 straight and 5 straight to teams that's in the tournament. I'm just giving you some trends. So, in case you're trying to, something to think about, right? And St. John's early in the year, they were 0-3 versus teams that are not in the Big East, but are in this tournament. And everybody talking about the Rick Pitino. Be careful. Be careful. In the Big East, remember, they bring this slower pace, less threes. It's a different style. It's the same thing that St. John's did last year. Y'all remember they went 1-2 in non-conference games? Got their head tore off. Had that boy who was supposed to be a top pick, set him on the bench. Still lost. But don't forget that UConn, however, dominated the non-conference. They beat Florida. They beat Illinois. They beat Brigham Young, BYU. They beat Kansas. And they badly lost to Arizona. All right? So they are kind of the opposite of St. John's. They're in the same league. They're in the same conference. UConn might be built a little better for March. Y'all, March is different. March is different. They're different. I'm just giving you some now. And hold up now. Historically speaking, Gonzaga has not lost a first-round game since Steph Curry beat them in 2008. Gonzaga always, so pencil them, they always win their first round. You got me? Nebraska and Troy. Doug just mentioned it. Nebraska and Troy, I think they playing each other, is only the fourth time since 1985 that two teams are playing each other in the tournament that has never won a game in the tournament. So one of them gonna win because they playing each other. In terms of roster build, who built their roster, how the roster is building, Purdue, UConn, and Iowa State. Y'all watch this now. They are all top 20 in terms of roster continuity in the country. They kept the most players. And Purdue and Gonzaga and Iowa State are all top 20 in overall D1 experience. So Gonzaga, Purdue, and Iowa State, their team has more Division I experience on their team than any team in the country. Watch this, 6 of the top 10 biggest teams, the largest, the height, biggest teams in the country, 6 of the 10 of the biggest teams are in the tournament. 6 of the top 10 biggest, they're all in the tournament. And the only mid-majors that are in the top 40, Furman, St. Mary's, Hawaii, Santa Clara. And another thing I got to tell y'all about, location in this tournament. Have y'all been watching this stuff? If Houston gets to the second weekend, they get to play the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8, guess where? In Houston. Let me give me a drink on now. My man, Brian Hodgson, the head coach of South Florida, gets to bring his team to his hometown of Buffalo right away. They're going to play his first game going to be in Buffalo. I'm talking about location. Gonzaga gets to play the first weekend in Portland, and if they get to the Sweet 16, it's in Sacramento, right down the coast. Missouri gets the 10th seed, gets to host Miami of Florida and Jay Lucas. Essentially, they in St. Louis, Missouri for the first round. Ohio State also got some friendly home games. They're going to be in St. Louis the first weekend. And then guess where they go from there? Up there, Thaddeus Moody. They go to Chicago for the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. That's not far. Location. And injury-wise, let's talk about injuries. Let me get this out of here. I'm helping you with your picks now. I want you to take this, you can go back and rewind it. Injury-wise, there are a lot of players that are out for the year, okay? But the ones that are up in the air, Caleb Foster, you can expect him maybe if they make it to the Final Four. I'm talking about Duke. That's for Doug. Brandon Huff, maybe the Sweet 16, but he might be done for the year. Duke and Louisville didn't seem to be optimistic about Pat Ugumba and Michael Brown being available. They did seem. I think those two gonna play. Let's see. Christian Anderson, Tyler Belledew, Donovan Dent, Nolan Winter are all perfectly fine. But Aiden Holloway, he got arrested. We don't know what's going on with them. But I got something for you. Man, I'm sending Caleb Foster my foot. Hey, but I saw some. Hey, Doug, you remember I told you the first time I saw Caleb Foster, right? I never forget it, man. I walked in the gym and I didn't know nobody. Well, I knew some people in the gym, but I was sitting by myself. And I went in to see, like I said, Brian and them. Sierra Canyon played against Notre Dame. And I promise you, I never forget this. I didn't have nobody around me to tell me. So, but Caleb Foster was killing. Dusty Stroman was killing. But I knew who Mercy Miller was because, close Houston ties. But I said, who is this dude right here? So I went to my phone, Caleb Foster. Same person Doug wished he had a foot for. But in high school, he was that dude. Remind me to tell y'all about some dudes being dudes in high school. But I got 4 teams now that might destroy your bracket because I know you're going to have them. Everyone got St. John's to make this run to the Final Four because they dominated the Big East, right? This is the same team that struggled in the NCAA tournament last year. I'm just giving you something. They struggle in non-conference play this year. And when you in these tournaments, you playing people that are not in your conference. Their style fits best when they play in the Big East. I really don't like their draw because Northern Iowa is nice. Remember I told y'all. And then they got to get through Kansas and Duke just to get out. So if you got St. John's, you can have them. And from the same region, ladies and gentlemen, and the same conference, UConn, I think the committee forced them into the Eastern region. And the reason why, because they wanted UConn, St. John's, Duke, UCLA, Michigan State, all these big brand teams in the East, so we can create and created a really, really, really hard path for UConn. You follow me? UCLA is the best 7 seed by far, playing absolutely amazing right now. UConn hasn't really looked great to me. Alabama out of the Midwest, they had a really tough draw too. Hofstra, they got Hofstra is a 13 seed. They good. And then they get the winner, I'm talking about Alabama, then they get the winner of the Texas Tech and Akron game. That's going to be a good one. Texas Tech without that bad dude of Toppin, Akron might can get them, and then you got to meet up with Michigan in the Sweet 16 if you make it, and or to get to the Elite 8. So y'all, it's kind of tough around here. They have some same issues going on with their team right now. Some issues going on. I'm talking about Alabama. Alabama got some issues. We don't know if this young cat gonna play. You don't know how the other team gonna be feeling. And now if all of them was smoking with him, he good. If all of them was smoking with him, that was the weed house. Then Alabama might rally toward this Aiden Holloway and might be a team of destiny. Vanderbilt is the number 5 seed. They got screwed by the election committee. Being a 5 seed, they should have really, to me, got a 3 or 4 seed. It put them in a real tough spot against McNeese. McNeese can beat anybody, man, because they gonna shoot them threes. If they go in, they ain't nothing you can do to stop them. And like I said, probably that Nebraska and that Troy a game, and then finally Florida, who they just beat, but they didn't play a tough non-conference schedule, man. And to me, I don't think the SEC style is going to set them up for a success against other style teams. I mean, that's just me, ladies and gentlemen. With all that talent, what talent? With all what talent? What talent does Rick Pitino has? You talking about over the years? What talent he got? That's a loaded question. Tell me the talent, then I understand. Duke got a tough draw. No, Duke ain't got no tough draw. Don't believe that mess them people saying. Duke ain't got no tough draw. Duke is bad, dude. If you bad, you gonna whoop on all them damn teams. All they telling Duke, you the number 1 seed. Hey, go bust these dudes' ass. I don't believe in that one. I don't believe in that talking about. Y'all always remember, if everybody else saying it, I'm saying it against them. I'm going against them. Do you see the biggest up? Do you see a big upset in the first round? Let me get my glasses. Oh, you said over the year. Okay, I got you. A big upset. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't. I ain't gonna even tell you no lie. I really don't see no big upset. Cause a big upset, what consists of a big upset to you? What would be? Y'all talk to me. How would a Big 12 do in the tournament? I think it's the best conference by far over the SEC. Hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all something. Arizona, man. Arizona, man. They just can play. Who does Hawaii play? Be careful of that game. Who does Hawaii play in the first round? Somebody find it for me right quick. This sheet, boy, it's too damn much for me. Who does Hawaii play? If somebody find it before, just tell them I got to look up. Be careful who Hawaii plays. Who do they play? I don't like John Shire as much. I like them damn players Duke got, because if John Shire didn't have them damn players, do y'all realize John Shire could have had Cedric Coward and two more badass dudes to go with this team right now? Cedric Coward, the boy that could play at Memphis. Hatter, you're the only person I've ever known who can give this quality information. Jay, there's a lot of people can get this information, man. I tell you what, just said thank you to Texas Southern. Because Texas Southern, KTSU, being able to when I start calling these games, I had to know. I had to know more than my audience, Jay. So it just made me study the game. I've always studied the game. It made me study the game a lot harder. But who does Hawaii play? Y'all get it to me. Can anybody find it for me? I tried to look and couldn't find. Let me look one more time because y'all ain't got it. Who does Hawaii play? Hawaii. This thing's so dang little. I guess I got to Google it because y'all so busy typing, ain't nobody trying to help me. Be careful who you play. Arkansas. Oh, thank you, Lori. Lori, my bad, Lori. You didn't give me a complete sentence. You should have said they playing Arkansas. Well, that's too bad for them. They're gonna get their head tore off. But watch how y'all watch how they play. They got a unique style of play. I've never seen. They don't help. You know how we be in the shell drill. You one pass away and two pass away. They don't help. I think Miami go down in the first round. I think Miami go down in the first round. Missouri gonna beat the brace off them. But Arkansas. So what they gonna do is they gonna have what? Now hold up. They gonna make, watch this. They gonna make A-Cuff beat them. They ain't gonna let nobody else beat him. They gonna let him beat them with his scoring and not with his passing, because they gonna stay in them passing lane. They are staying on their players. They playing one man on man, one on one, and when they play the pick and roll, when they go to three, they play 2-on-2. And they play drop coverage. They don't get out and heads out. So your boy gonna have a full steam ahead getting to the rim. Now A-Cuff gonna have a lot of dunks. He gonna have but they want him to make unassisted baskets. They don't want him to get Brazil off. They don't want him to get Thomas off. They don't want him to get those other players off. So I want y'all to watch for that. That's something I want y'all to watch, that different style. Hawaii is the only one do it like this. They play straight up man to man. You follow me? We will not have 4 number 1 seeds in the Final Four this year. Okay, I got you. I got you. I don't know. Coach, listen. One shining moment. You know what I was thinking about too? I was thinking about something too. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this. When you're watching the game, watch this now. Got to hear me now. The reason I mess with Paul Miranda and I mess with Kevin Freeman because Paul Miranda have a love. He got a certain narrative for Dallas teams. Kevin Freeman got a certain narrative if you're talking about if it ain't a Toscasita, he don't have a non-narrative lens. His narrative is only a Toscasita. You know, some people, they just like, you follow me? So, but when you are what he said, they're not letting you kick out for the 3 ball. There you go, Trey. They not. Somebody else got somebody gonna pop back. Somebody gonna get popped. You think somebody gonna get popped? Them 4 C's. Y'all know who I'm nervous about. And I love them to death. I'm nervous about Houston. I just don't know. I don't know where to hang my head at. I don't know where to hang my head at. I know I used to have that boy. What's my boy, that left-hand boy you shoot that ball? What's the left-hand turnaround, that quick turnaround jumper? I keep forgetting his name. Jawan. What's his name, Jawan? I knew I had him. I ain't got him. He gonna get that rebound. He gonna run that rebound down. Jawan, y'all give me his name. Give me Jawan's name. I know you know Corey, Lori, but Lori, speaking of that, I hate the new NIL format. We'll talk about that this week, but I got to get all of this. I got to get all of this NCAA stuff so people can start filling their brackets out, right? What's my guy Jawan name? Doug, the lefty. Jawan Roberts, my man. So, but watch this, y'all. Listen to me now. When you are watching the game from a non-narrative lens, non-narrative, you ain't got none. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about Kevin Freeman. I was thinking about you. I was thinking about how when I came back from LA a few years ago, I came and told y'all, I said, man, this dude, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, is gonna be pretty damn good. Rondo, he was tearing Rondo head off in Loyola Marymount. And Rondo came over to San Jose and said, man, y'all got y'all good one, man. Y'all, he that good. But I was just thinking about something. When you watching the game from non-narrative, see, it's hard for me to watch a Memphis game without a certain narrative. That's why I went to school. My dude coaching it. It's hard for me to have a non-narrative. It's hard. It's hard when Shadua plays. So I'm having Shadua. It's hard for me. Who else I like? Stephon Curry. It's hard for me. James Harden. It's hard for me. Don't be mad. I'm telling y'all, it's hard for me not to have a narrative because I closer to these people. You follow me? But I was just watching this game the other night. You can't leave an Oklahoma City Thunder game not impressed with the way Shea Gilgeous-Alexander scores the basketball. Plain and simple. Y'all, I was just watching him. I know they call him the foul baiter and all that. Man, this man just methodically goes at your head every time down the floor. If he touched the ball, if he wanted to score on you one-on-one, you gonna get scored on. If you don't bring help, if you don't bring no blitz, so when you look at it, and then I just wanted to throw that in there. Non-narrative lenses. When you look at the game, like this NCAA tournament start this week. TSU ain't playing. Memphis ain't playing. So I'm looking I ain't got no narrative. I might be a little partial for Prairie View because they in the conference. I might be a little partial for Howard because Blakely. I might be a little partial for Tennessee State. All my sisters and brothers went there, might be. But this NCAA tournament, it starts this week. It starts tonight. You know what I've learned over my time in life? How people love to kill your dream. That's why I never tell a kid on this show, I never tell nobody what on this show, no, man, he ain't gonna do that. No, they ain't gonna, I never do it. I told you the dude said, boy, but you too positive. I've learned that people will kill your dream. And if you dream big, there are enough people out there that are willing to go tell you that you can't accomplish it. Telling young players, you can't be in the NBA, you don't have it. I ain't never telling no player they can't be in no NBA. Never. I just give them the numbers and make sure they're good math. They know math and know the odds. I would never. Because I've seen a guy like Anthony Davis go from a regular player at 6 foot and grow 10 inches in the summer and was the first pick in the draft. I've seen it. I've seen guys like Stephen Curry, who got the genes in his family and his own college with dad's college and mom's college wouldn't give him a scholarship. Now, they would have let him walk on, give him a meal plan, but Steph Curry said, hell no, I want my own scholarship. But I feel like in March, man, is the most entertaining basketball for that month of all basketball, that month. I feel it's the purest form of basketball. You know why? Because it's a one-off. It's a one-off. The best team doesn't always win, and I love it. That's why Eric Harrison's saying somebody gonna get popped. See, in the NBA, I don't have to be the best team on Monday because I know they can't beat me 4 times. You follow me? But in the NCAA tournament, this thing right here, that I had to put my glasses on. I wish they had a bigger one. Can you see a little piece of stuff? See it a little bit. But the NCAA tournament can have a team that on a night-to-night basis would probably lose to another team 99 of 100, right? I'm just looking. But that one time happens on that one night. And it's just the atmosphere of it all. I've been there. I've watched it. I've been there. 2 years in a row, I went. I'm calling the game. I'm right there courtside, TSU. Went up against Kansas, then we went up, I forgot who else we went up. Get that? Yeah, they sent us right on back home. I'm gonna tell you the name of the team in a minute. Should have beat them. Should have beat them. Kansas. Yeah, there you go. Kansas. Christian Brown. Christian Brown. I didn't know he was that good. Jalen Wilson. They killed us. But I was just thinking about something. The atmospheres of it all. The pressure. The players that are able, watch this, to take their game another level in these moments. That's what shout out to my young girl, my man Wells, Corey Wells up there at play for Prairie View. That boy took his game to another level. Dante Horn, they took their games to another level. That's why they're the SWAC champions. You know, when I go back and think about y'all, the three that Mario Chalmers hit against Memphis when he played for Kansas, the three that Gordon Haywood missed against Duke, if he made that, Butler beat Duke. The Loyola Marymount run after Hank gathered. This just carries into NBA locker rooms. If you, whoever team is in it, man, you wear my jersey, you lose, you wear my jersey, I lose, you wear your jersey. But what I'm afraid of, Eric Harris, what I'm afraid of, Lori, with all this one and done stuff, this might not mean as much to these guys no more because they have no connection really to these campuses. They don't feel the same pride because you're barely going to class. You don't see the people on the campus. You're always with the team. You just go for a semester if you one and done. That's what I be thinking about guys like J.J. Redick, who was at Duke for 4 years. He's part of the brotherhood. That, ladies and gentlemen, with this NIL and this transfer, that is going to be an endangered species. I think we have already lost how much college sports mean as a whole. Because now college has basically become a glorified free agency. And me personally, I don't think kids should have to go to college. The top basketball players, the top ones. I think they shouldn't have to go to college. I think they should be able to go straight to the NBA. When guys are as talented as these guys are coming out of high school, if he was a great tennis player, he can go straight. If he was a great anything else, he'd be able to go. They should be allowed the opportunity to go straight to the NBA to me. I really do. I don't know how y'all feel. That's just me. And what I would like for them to do, they should have the opportunity. Listen to me. They should have the opportunity to go straight to the NBA. Or if they choose to go to college, I think they should stay for 2 years. Because at least you get 1 full year of college education. I think that's important. But you can either do one of the two. Can't do both. The March Madness, man, and this conference tournament, I'm telling y'all, is pure entertainment and chaotic basketball, sudden death. Ladies and gentlemen, think about it. I went to Atlanta planning on staying a long time. Our women's team lost first day. So I wait on the guys. The girls get on the plane, they leave me there. I'm waiting on the guys. And the guys, they come in there. Then they lost. So soon as the game over, we got on the plane up out of there. So I didn't just get a chance to enjoy the SWAC tournament as much as I did the years prior. That first weekend, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, starting Thursday, when we get these preliminaries like the night and tomorrow out the way, Thursday to Friday, Thursday and Friday. Well, I remember y'all, I used to be a young fella, and the games come on all day. The games come on all day. You know what I'm saying? There are 3, 4 games going all concurrently. You going back from TNT, TBS, True TV, just going back and forth. And I can almost guarantee you at least one in every group of these names, as Eric said, will have a potential upset. Where Bluebird is facing Lehigh, or St. Peter's in the past. A Loyola with the old lady, with the old maid. What's the old lady name? Mary, Miss Mary. There's also always that one team that draws everybody's attention. Who gonna be that team? It's a fascinating time of year for me. I don't know about y'all because I love this game of basketball. Names, listen, names are made in this tournament. That's why I said it. I'm talking about back then when Lehigh beat them boys. When what's my boy name? CJ McCallum dropped somebody back then. No, Duke gonna drop. I ain't gonna lie, I like Duke. Dude, I never say I like Duke. I like the players. I don't like Shire and all of them. I don't like them. I don't like Coach K. I don't like nothing about nothing else. I like Jason Tatum. But I like players. Y'all already know. I told you I like players. I don't like teams. But I like them. Some about these Duke players I like. I just said something about them I like. But who names gonna be made in this tournament? Doug, we're gonna be hearing about some guys, man. There's gonna be some player from like that Belmont did, who drops 40 on Kentucky. Prairie View just handled Alabama State. Looking forward to see them play. TSU could have beaten them. Alabama A&M, you mean? Yeah, it's different matchup, Jay. Different matchup. I would have loved to seen that Prairie View. That's what broke my heart. I wanted to see Prairie View beat us 3 times. Oh, we beat them. Yeah, PV played. We're getting revenge for the Duke tomorrow. Full circle moment. Yeah, PV played. Oh, that's right. They play Lehigh. You're right. Well, you can like Sharon. That don't mean I don't have to like him. I didn't tell you not to like him. I just said I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. Something about him. Something about him I don't like. You know why you don't like that boy? Because Coach K. The way Coach K gave him that job. And that's just me, man. I'm I think about stuff like that. But I just want to know who gonna drop that 40 on somebody. Who gonna get somebody? Who gonna Jimmer for Dedham? Go look that up. Jimmer. It's one of the most, and whoever that player is, he's gonna be one of the most popular players, people in the country for a week. That man said Acuff and Rose. I don't get into that. Acuff and Rose. Ain't nothing like Derrick Rose to me. Derrick Rose is one of one. Acuff. Let's keep going. Let's hope he let him wait a minute. Did I get that right? Let them get past Hawaii. Let me see where they at. Y'all gonna mess me up. What's the name of that team? Arkansas. Arkansas. Alabama. Which side is Arkansas on? It's too many damn names. Oh, I got it. They in Arizona's territory over there. So if Arkansas win, they got to play Wisconsin. Oh my God. Boy, this stuff gonna get good. Stuff gonna be good. But let me keep going. Because I just want to share this with y'all today. Because I want to give y'all a chance enough to see the games tonight. Because on Thursday, y'all, we're going to do this stuff real. I think we got to do it by tomorrow, right? Because the games start on Thursday. So we got to have these, I thought somebody was going, what Melvin Dudes? I thought he was going to hook us up what's that, Trey Phillips? I thought somebody was going to hook us up a Chop Shop, what you call it? A bracket thing. Well, if not, then y'all just come and just, don't be erasing on your brackets now. But I think about that. That kid who ever scored a 40, he scored a 40 on Kentucky. He's one of the most popular players that week. And then he ends up being an accountant because he didn't make it to the NBA. Follow me? That's the beauty of this tournament. What's up, Michael Smith? NBA players, y'all. I'm just sitting there thinking, they being sent home. Listen to me. NBA players gonna be sent home by future accountants and doctors or whatever they decide to go do. Trey Phillips did it next year. Trey, where you at, man? Trey, hook that thing up. I just thought about, think about that. Wait a minute. Let me see. I'm gonna see that y'all hear me. Let me drink me some water. It's gonna be future NBA players being sent home by future accountants, doctors, or lawyers, or whatever they decide to go do this weekend. It just adds to the majesty of this particular version of basketball. This is why I like it. And I ain't gonna lie, I like watching NBA in volume more than like the NCAA. I just like the NCAA at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach, I love the NBA because shot making matters. These guys can make shots. There are just so many guys in college, unless you're watching the top picks that can just make shot after shot after shot. I mean, this week I can just sit on this couch and say, this guy, he might be to the NBA. He different. That's what I want to see. Who's different? And if you love the sport of basketball, it doesn't matter who playing. Y'all, I love to watch basketball. Even the bad basketball I be complaining about, I still love watching it. They say he's more like Stephon Marbury. Okay? I'll take that comp. Stephon Marbury. In college, because we got to go by college. We got to go by the freshman year. Can't go by the career. But ladies and gentlemen, I saw something the other day. Boy, I ain't got but 5 minutes. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. Because I'm going to play some things, and I want y'all to bring everybody's friend tomorrow. I'm going to play some things, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow. I'm going to play some things that's going to be, watch this, y'all. Watch this now. Watch this. Watch this.
If you have to pay, your child not good enough. I never paid to play basketball. I never paid, my mama never, we did fundraisers, but pay to go play basketball? Yeah. If you good enough, oh, they're gonna pay for you. And that's the misconception. People think that they could pay their way in. No, because they paying for the ones who good enough. So nobody should be spending thousands of dollars on basketball, on no sport, because if your child is good enough to be on the elite circuit, they are going to pay for them.
Yeah.
And they're going to pay to bring you to. Yeah, so if you have to pay, your child not good enough. Take that money and pay for some real training. Find a group of kids that your children could play pickup with. Like,
save their money.
Save your money, man. If you have to.
I've been had this on tape for a long time. I just ain't played it. Let me tell you how long I've been had it, because I got another one. I've been had, let me just put his name in my phone, and it's gonna tell you when I came up with him. Watch it. Tyrus Thomas. Okay. Hold on. Man, I've been had this thing for 3 months to talk about this. Let me hold up. He has some more. He has some more to talk about. Hold on.
What make you think that your 11-year-old getting exposure if the high school kids can't get into college? The difference is when we played, parents ain't travel. Like, I never played in front of parents. Like, in the summer, parents went to work. You got in a 15-passenger van with your coach and your team, and y'all went wherever y'all went. I'm watching 11-year-old exposure tournament. To what?
Yeah.
Well, ain't nobody come watch you. Don't nobody care how good an 11-year-old is, but they mama. Huh?
The other side making money though.
Yeah, because them parents care, and them parents are stupid. And them parents think that, man, we see it now. If they now are recruiting 24 and 25-year-olds, what make you think that your 11-year-old getting exposure if the high school kids can't get into college? What make you think that they looking at an 11-year-old?
Yeah. I mean, the high schools are about to go out and start raising money to give high schools NIL deals. That's the next thing coming.
But watch this. But they gonna spend the money on trying to get the kids, but they not spending nothing on the people that they putting in the seats to develop the kids, to mentor the kids, to nurture the kids, right? They think they could just go get kids.
Look at my boy. Look what Trey Phillips did. Now let's see how I can. Hold up, Trey. I got to see how. Trey, I got to go. Trey, just send me the link, because I can't pull it, because I'm not on the same thing y'all on. So I probably can't pull it. Let me try it. That is the link, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Phillips done put it up there for us. Let's see. Can I go? I mean, can I get to the feed? How can I get to the feed? Okay, this is like this, right? Let's go. Robert Hanna. Let's go to the live feed. Let's see what Trey feed. Let's see what Trey. Oh, it ain't came up on me yet, Trey. But Trey, Leah said real talk. Tyrus Thomas was speaking on some of the recent hot topics in AAU basketball. Parents traveling to games completely as optional. Yes, if a parents who decide to spend 12 to 14 weekends in the summer on the road, staying in hotels, it adds up. But no kid has to come out of pocket anywhere near $10,000 or even half that to play basketball year round. Yeah, DM me a link also, Mr. Hatter. Please text it to me. I know it's going to get quiet, but parent called me and sent me some film. And he was telling me how amazing their son is. But the first thing I do when I look at the film is, first thing I do, y'all, and I told y'all this a million times, and Michael Jordan and everybody who on here can say, my thing is, who did he do it against? How many were college baskets? Y'all had to learn that with my son. A coach stopped me in my tracks. So, coach, he had 35. Coach, he had 30. Coach, he had 40. Coach. He said, Robert, how many were college baskets? That he gonna get? So all of them snowbird layups that ain't nobody, uncontested layups, ain't happening in college. By the time I whittle that thing down, he had 15 points. He hit 5 threes, 15 points, rest of that stuff. He just quicker than everybody. He gonna get past everybody. I mean, but in college, them dudes just as quick. But I understood it. I wasn't delusional. So first thing I look at, who are you doing this against when you sent this to me? And I told her, Mama, it just don't qualify. And if it doesn't qualify, if he's not playing against no dudes, this don't qualify, Mama or Daddy. When the rest of the attributes and the great superlatives and adjectives that you gave me about your son, all I see him putting up really solid work against some less than standard competition. I want to see if you can get your game off against someone of similar talent, a similar age. That's when I'm gonna say you special. If you don't, I don't want to hear about you all, what do you call it? District. And the district ain't got no dudes in it. No. No. Let me see what you do when you play against a dude. And parents, is real. See, y'all don't understand how good you got to be. Let me show you how good you got to be. At 16 years old. And they say he wasn't good enough. Let me show you. This in high school. Watch this. That's the vision that Stephen Curry had in high school. Watch this. And he wasn't good enough. Division One, he was doing all this, and Division One didn't want him. Even his own dad's and mom's school, he's doing this at 16. Y'all feeling me? He had to go to Davidson. Davidson was a school that might be smaller than St. Thomas. Private school. All his teammates, I think, was white almost. Go back and look at it. That's when we playing shirts and skins. Y'all don't even want to do that no more. They playing outside. I'm just showing you how good you got to be. I ain't saying you can't get there. But don't nobody work like that little dude. Nobody work like that little dude. I had to give you some visuals because people be talking about it. Dude played at Charlotte Christian. Look, this is a private school, high school. About to get out of here, y'all, but I really had fun with y'all today, but we gonna, we gonna talk about tomorrow. We cranking it up. Talking about grassroots basketball, Tyrus Thomas, what he's saying. And if y'all listen, if y'all don't agree, then explain. I'm just trying to make it better for you. Y'all done pick y'all teams right now. Y'all done already pick y'all some basketball team. I'm just giving you some more ammunition. I'm just coach, y'all ain't played no game yet. You feel me? Just so much stuff I'm gonna get into tomorrow. You had a rodeo update. You can't come in there with them naked ass clothes no more. Gotta tell you, I'm know I'm gonna do it, but gotta talk to y'all about some student athlete stuff. Gotta talk to you about the recruiting services. Got to talk to you about the HBC programs being plundered. Excuse me, HBCU programs are plundering the D2 basketball via transfer. In other words, the high majors are coming snatching them from the HBCUs, and the HBUs is going and snatching them from the D2s. Wait till I tell you about this story. What else I have for you? Hold on. Somebody sent me this, and I'm gonna leave with this one. He said, "I'm so over AAU. My son joined a new team. I asked how many kids were on the team, and the guys told me 8. I asked other questions as well, but chose this one because they actually trained more than all the other programs. They trained." He said, "I get to the tournament, and then there's 11 or 12 kids there." She's shaking my head. He originally said some kids on the roster were only training with the team. How can you develop your child without dealing with these AAU programs? I have a middle schooler, this lady asking me. These AAU directors tell you anything to get that initial payment. We can talk about that again tomorrow too. I steered her in the right direction. But ladies, just all we try to do is steer you in the right direction. We ain't trying to talk the programs, man. All we trying to do is, man, just level up, just get better. All right. So I'm out of here. I'll see y'all on tomorrow. Bye.